Howdy folks, working on the Blazer today, doing some maintenance. I apologize for the piece of garbage behind me doing a regen, but it's finally back out of the shop for the uncountable times it's been in there. Anyway, as I said, working on a Blazer. Gonna show you how to do an oil change. Stick around. Alright folks, so first thing to do for the oil change is obviously go to the parts store and get your stuff. Second, I like to put it up on ramps. Just makes it a little easier. If you're skinny enough, you don't need anything. I can do it without anything, I think. I just like it. I get under there, check everything, whatnot. But anyways, once it's up in the air, get on the ground here, shimmy your way back, grab yourself an oil pan with some gear oil in it from our last thing I did. Grab yourself a wrench. I'm using a 15mm right there. Bust your plug loose. See if I can't set you down. Alright. That should be good there. So, drain plug loosened. And just take it off. Okay. Boom. She's dirty. You don't remember the last time I changed the oil on this thing. It sat a lot because it was a year out of inspection, so it didn't really get driven. So I didn't really change the oil. So I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago I changed the oil on this thing, which is not recommended whatsoever, but you know, oops. Now that I'll be driving it more, we'll take better care of the thing. Spit a little bit, but it's alright. The truck stopped regenning too. With your truck up in the air like this, it drains a little better. dokie. Let that finish dripping. I'll be right back. Okay. Drain plug back in. Alright. Now that that's in, grab your wrench. And I cinch her down. Oh, nice and good. I wipe that off. Sprayed that off with some brake cleaner rather. Now that it's changed, just wipe it off all nicely. And there we go. Next we'll do the filter. Alright, I forgot to mention that I don't know if they're all like this, but mine has a groove in it for a gasket. So you can buy the gaskets and change it. That's what I went in the garage and did, as well as cleaned it off with some brake cleaner, because why not? Okie dokie, we're up front here. This is a 4-wheel drive model. So if you can read that, it says oil filter access. Take a screwdriver, or whatever excuse of a screwdriver you're using. Loosen that screw. It's just a 1/4 turn daily wampus. And open her up. There inside the dark abyss, oil filter, which is a, what number is that? 2051A for a royal purple, and actually might have one of those sitting on the shelf. But I got a new filter anyway. We'll just use that one. But let me go get the wrench and we'll take that off. Alright, I was mistaken. I did not have that filter. So I got other filters for something. I don't know what the heck it's for. But anyway. See if I can get a good grab on this. And still film with the camera. Alright, so got channel lock filter pliers on, and just bust her loose, throw those out of the way, drag your oil pan underneath said opening, and just spin her off. She'll drip. You can adjust your pan. Let her drain. I know some people that puncture a hole inside of it. I don't do that on these. I puncture a hole in the bottom on our 6-7 Power Stroke filters usually, because they're huge and upright instead of on their side, so just to try to make it a little less messy. So let that filter drain in a couple seconds. Okay, I see the gasket on the filter right there. You can see the gasket, but another good practice, just to be sure, get your hand up in there and feel on the filter adapter thing on the flat face. Make sure there's no gasket because a gasket on the new filter going on top of the gasket for the old filter is almost a guaranteed leak, and we don't need that. So let that keep dripping and I'll get our new filter. Okay, there's the filter. It is STP number S3980. This is the longer one for the four-wheel drives up front. I believe the other ones have a shorter filter, but there's some cross-reference for you in Spanish. Oh, there's English, as you can read. Gives you the AC Delco, Fram, Purelator, Wix, Micro Garden, CarQuest filter numbers. But anyway, we will pop the cover off. And get it with oily gloves on. Get a razor. There we go. Plastic. One filter. I'm using 10W30. Cap says 5W30, but 10W30 will do just fine. It's not going down below 0. So STP high mileage conventional oil. This is a 5-quart jug. There's your 5-quart mark. It's about an inch, give or take, from the top of the clear, just for mental records for keeping track. So fill the filter up. Since it's a side mounted filter, I'm not going to worry about filling it up all the way, but you know, let the element soak up some oil, so it'll alleviate some of the amount of time for a dry start. As I spill that everywhere, I have a towel somewhere. Always take some oil and moisten up your O-ring. Try to keep the leaves out of it on this windy fall day. Alright, the filter got some oil in it, got the O-ring moistened. Push the pan out of the way, get back down here, and on the camera as I'm pouring oil on the ground. Just, maybe I shouldn't have moved that oil pan, but oh well. There it goes. I'll wipe that up with a paper towel. Put the filters on. There with my good hand there, hand tight. Grab. So alright, that's hand tight. Grab your filter wrench. And I give her a quarter to half turn over hand tight. I do apologize, I do need a short tripod or something. Alright, I called it quarter to half a turn. Apply my paper towel, which I think blew away. I'll get a paper towel and wipe the excess off of that, and we'll go back up top here. Do that. Okay, we're up top here. As I stated before, we're going to be using STP high mileage 10W30. The cap calls for, prefers 5W30, but it's not going down below 0 anytime soon. So, you know, according to the viscosity chart, this is fine, and it'll be fine, no problem. So, for those who do not know, your oil fill is on the passenger side valve cover right here. Okay, there's your oil fill. Your transmission dipstick is here for reference. Your coil, alternator, heater box. So it's going to be right here up towards the firewall. So take your cap off. It twists off. And you're going to need a funnel for your oil. However, I'm going to start with something else. You don't have to do this. I'm doing it. I am running some Lucas oil stabilizer, high mileage oil stabilizer. This thing's got almost 151,000 miles on it. Like less than 100 away from 151,000. But there, you can read that if you want to. I've never used the high mileage stuff. I've just used the regular stuff. I think this might be newer. I don't know. But I've used regular oil stabilizer and things before. Oil capacity on this with the filter change is 4.5 quarts. This says pour the entire bottle in, well, 20% of the oil system. So 5 quarts would be 1 quart of this and 4 quarts of oil. So I'm just shy of that at 4.5. So I'm going to use most of this and top off with regular motor oil. So we'll just let her do her thing for a little bit. And if there's a bit much in there, I don't care. It'll be fine. I'm doing this. Leave a comment down below. Any of you people with S10s, S15s, Jimmys, Blazers, what, the Oldsmobile version's a Bravada or something. I think there may have been a Pontiac version of this. I don't know. But leave a comment down below. Anything you want to see done on these vehicles, how to do it. And where did I put that cap? I don't know. Anyway, if there's anything I can do to, here it is, help you guys, or any videos that I haven't made and should make, let me know. Drop a comment and I'll see what I can do for you guys. But definitely some plans coming up with this Blazer in particular. And it's what, It's an 04 with an 03 build date, July of 03 build date. And it's got 151,000 miles on it almost, so it's going to be needing some parts. So there will always be some videos on this thing. But yeah, so just drop a comment. I'll see what I can do for you guys. But anyway, now that that's in there, we'll put some oil in. I'll go get my big funnel. Okay, I got my funnel. It's not the cleanest thing on the outside, but on the inside it's fine. But if you don't have one of these big funnels, I highly recommend you getting one, especially if you do lots of larger oil changes, like on equipment or trucks or something. And this is why. It holds a full jug of oil. You know, obviously if the hood wasn't there, it would hold it better, but so you can pour it in and then let her sit in there to drain, which is quite nice. So I'm calling the filter top off with about a quarter quart, and I put but a little bit of that Lucas in there. I didn't like let it drain. There's some still left in there, so I'll put in down to the 2 quart line, so that'll be 3 and some change, about 4 quarts, and we'll check it. Obviously you want to make sure your drain plug is in and tight, and oil filter is on, which we already did. Alright, so here's the 2 quart mark on the jug. So we put in there's about 4 quarts in there, give or take. So what we're going to do, make sure nothing's in the way, it'll be caught in a fan or anything. And just as it sits, we're going to start it up, check for oil pressure, check for leaks, and back it down off the ramps and shut her off and let her sit for a few minutes, then check the oil. So we'll do that right now. Alright, in the blazer here, there's the oil gauge right there. Watch it. Oil pressure. And go check it for leaks right quick. Call that good. So you can put your cover back on here and use your screwdriver back into place, and that will take her off the ramps. Okie dokie. Try to rest you on some stuff here. Dipstick, passenger side, right by the alternator, oil dipstick. Pull it out, clean her off. Shove her back in. back out. Still hard to see. Okay, we're right at the minimum level. So we'll add usually that's about a quart. But add a little less than a quart. That's half the quart. Let her sit. Okay, so check the oil one more time. See where she's at. Wipe her down. Checker. That looks perfect to me. Right at the max level, so we will call her good enough. So that is how you change your oil in your Blazer or whatever else like this. The Jimmy, S10, S15, Bravada, whatever. But hope that helps you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more. I'd appreciate it. You can follow me on social media. K30 Crazy on both Facebook and Instagram. And as I end all my videos, stay crazy and have a good one, people.